June 26th through July 6th. And we have, most of the organizations are planning an event for it, so that's all looking good.
So Wanda, that's for the park, the power, right?
For stop, for
Yeah.
years.
I will make a motion, we approve the
Yeah,
money for
second.
that.
Yeah, all in favor?
For all of us, you know, everybody's used,
Yes.
and thanks.
It's locked up and it's not
Yeah.
being used, is it not? It's locked up and
Yeah.
it's not being used.
Yeah, lots. Just like the one on the corner, we have much different.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Thank-
it's for functions that are official functions that you come and ask for.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Wanda, for all
Very
your
good,
work.
thank you,
Thanks,
Wanda.
thanks for having fun.
So that is good.
See you Friday.
You sure will.
Any other?
One thing, pumping station road,
Yes.
have you heard anything from Kevin, or he was down to walk it out with me the other day there,
Did he?
2 weeks ago?
I haven't heard anything from him, but then again, I was out the end of last week, in the beginning of this week for training, but I have not received any emails or
So
He did not come out.
what's the process? He comes out and takes a look at it, right? And,
Did he come out?
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And,
Then he will be writing
I
a
suppose he
report.
writes up a report and gets it to you? Is that how it goes?
Well, I guess I have a question. Why couldn't we put that under the dangerous buildings? Clean it up, then come back and say, hey, you know, you owe us this
It's
money.
not a building.
There's trailers down there.
Okay.
There's, what,
And I just
Two or
found out,
three
the
trailers.
blue trailer down there was trash and back in that too.
Yeah.
They used
Well,
to put it
I
down.
think
There's rats
it
that big
has
out
to
there.
be a structure that's not livable, that causes it
Oh,
condemned to be
they're-
able to take it
they're
over.
not livable.
So,
No.
And the other thing is, if you have more than a few unregistered vehicles in your yard, such
well,
as,
that's considered
As
junkyard,
trailers,
it's a junkyard ordinance.
and boats, it's
Yeah.
considered a junkyard, you need a permit.
You
You
said
can
three
have so
trailers,
many
now, so it's a
automobiles.
trailer park.
Yes.
What's he got down there? He's got 3 trailers.
So that's
Oh,
all Kevin
oh.
should have been taking note of all of that.
Wow.
That's
So-
my theory of it. If
Yeah.
it's 3 trailers,
Yeah.
3 trailers are 3 trailers, it owns all the land.
Yeah.
Doubt it.
Whoa.
So, I mean, I think you've got more legal right than what Kevin's trying to tell me, you know, well, this is a health hazard. Well, it's dumb, simple as that.
Oh, and that's also in the watershed.
And it's,
Yes.
yeah,
Well,
and when I come back there, I know you got rats running around,
Oh, they're
so,
that big.
so we need to get it cleaned up, I mean,
How many trailers are on that?
Well, so if I remember right, when the whole thing
There's
started,
2 trailers there.
Two.
well,
well, there's
Campers.
1, 2,
those things that are on there
Three
now are
lots, yeah.
considered recreational vehicles. So like, you know, a house trailer, which in Maine law is considered real estate, that's why we had to remove it. All those other things on there are considered recreational, they don't fall
he's
into
got,
that
he's got one
trailer.
up by my
But, and so
acres.
that's like owner responsibility, all that stuff
So
left
he's got
on
three.
there?
Yeah, it's junkyard.
But those are
He's
all
got three, he's got a trailer park.
separate, no, those are 3 separate pieces of property. So you've got one on this property, one on this property, and one on this property. They're
He
all
owns it, he
three
owns all the
lots.
property.
There's 3
Yeah,
lots,
there's
or at
three
least
lots.
there's more
Still
than
3
one lot.
lots, he's still got trailer park.
Yeah, but they're separate properties.
Yeah,
and
but
he
she said he
doesn't-
still has trailer park.
Yeah, not on each property, but on
He
each
still
one.
has a trailer park.
Right, but I mean, the other, the
He's
worst
still
looking one
liable.
is full of boats.
Oh, yeah, but I'm saying that,
He owns it
okay,
all.
if I
He
have,
owns it all.
Same homeowner,
He's liable.
same landowner as the
Yes.
last trailer we
Yep.
took out?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing that I was here, and, you know,
Yeah,
and he has done
worse.
nothing on that property since we took
So we
it.
So
send it
either
to
they
the
can put a
CEO.
fence around it, clean it up, and call it good enough, or set some laws in, to protect some of us homeowners
And I guess
from all this crap.
my next thing would be, Carl, too, is if anybody goes to put a house on one of those lots, I don't think there's
Well,
any.
when I had my house put on, that's all wetland down there.
Yeah, I don't think
I
there's.
had to have a
any-
soil sample, I had to have variance, I had to have everything.
Exactly my point.
And I don't even know if you guys have any laws saying that you gotta have a septic system. 35 years ago you did,
Yeah, you
when I
do
put
that.
my house there.
Right.
Because anybody's gonna come and put something outside of you, they don't even have to have a toilet.
It'd be a hell of a thing to take a
So-
leak in town water
so-
supply, wouldn't it?
Watch the brown water come up and watch the stuff float.
But that whole mess was there when you purchased your property?
No. No,
No? Wow.
no.
no, because Carl's been down there for a long time.
Yeah, I was one that bought the first piece of property
I
there.
don't think he
Oh,
was like that.
oh,
I was
okay.
the first owner, and I just bought it for something to buy, I guess. I never had a plan
And
for
this
a
has
house
just
down there.
creeped up all this hot stuff.
And now,
Yeah.
now they're just,
So we're gonna follow up on the CEO's report, and then we're gonna look at the junkyard ordinance, we can look at it's possibly a trailer park, cause it's the same owner
There-
for the 3 lots, and you're wanting to have a fence around it and it be cleaned up,
I don't care, as long as you clean it up,
as long as it's
that's all
cleaned
we're
up.
asking. There's nothing nasty, but I really think that the town should try to get some ordinances in so you don't have this problem constantly. Because when I look around town, I see all these campers coming in, I don't think there's gonna be a lot of happy people with that either. You know, rules, too many rules are not
Oh,
good,
that's
you gotta have some.
zoning,
That's zoning.
it's a zoning issue.
That'd be a man right
We're not
behind
having
you.
Yeah, the man
Oh,
behind
he's
you.
the rule maker, okay.
Yeah, like when we come back with a draft to the board, that's something that I can make note of it, you know, something we can address and see if we can fit it into our land use
Yeah.
ordinance.
When's your next meeting? I'd like to go to one of your meetings.
Well, it's
Third
the
Tuesday.
third Tuesday, but I'm
It's
trying
what?
to
What
reschedule
is
it this
the
month, I
recourse
haven't sent
for,
an email out yet. But you can always find out on the town
Okay,
calendar,
okay.
it's posted in
You
the.
gotta clean up your land, like, you know what I mean, like, if you need something
Have you read this
enforceable,
We have a
junkyard
junkyard ordinance, gotta read that.
There's supposed to be a
because I mean,
junkyard.
I'd
There-
rather
Can
spend
I have
all
an
of,
alphabet for maybe
you know, like-
for Cincinnati?
Mike,
Yeah.
Committee update.
Yep.
Our Shellfish Committee had the first of its 3 conservation outings, and we successfully redeployed the stat frames on Pirates Creek, which is now closed. And I went out and checked them the next day, and they were still there, so that's a good sign.
you didn't float away.
You know, they didn't fall away. And next Saturday, we have another conservation outing, which is the Green Crab Trap Assembly out here in the parking lot, starting at noon. And there is notices around town for the 3rd outing, which is an evening outing to capture moon snail and green crab. I forget where that location is. Also, the Shellfish Committee has been working on reviewing our ordinance. And I realize that it takes time to work the process to make changes in the ordinance. And I've conferred with Suzette about, is it possible this year? It's too close to annual town meeting to fit in changes, to have a public hearing to get there. Also, we are a new team. We've got a new committee, a new warden, some new energy, and I think it's wise to weigh and measure the progress that we're making before we try to rush something through that may not. So we're looking for a full year of review to balance what we're bringing forward for amendment. So that being said, that ends my report for Shellfish. I have a question about what happened to all of the marathon equipment for traffic control, the gates that we had? Remember we had like a
Yeah,
trailer
where
full of
are
that
they?
stuff?
I believe Timothy Doyle was in charge of it, and it was somewhere in the school.
I believe it all went to Campobello.
It was on LCO. in
I
LCO
believe it all went to
for a long time.
Campobello
Well-
Roosevelt Park.
The trailer and all
And
that,
then
the
it's
trailer and all
dissolved,
that stuff
the
is out behind
International
town garage.
Marathon.
Say it again?
The trailer
Because
with
they
the
couldn't find
barricades in it
person to run
is
it.
out to the town garage.
Can you find what?
Oh,
Somebody
sand and
run it.
gravel, okay.
Rent,
Run it,
run it,
Just sat down
but
with
why
Vicky
did they
for a
get
long
the
time.
stuff?
Yep.
because it was theirs.
Why I'm
They bought
asking?
it?
What was theirs?
All that traffic stuff, all the marathon stuff was
So why
started,
would it be on Roosevelt?
because originally when they could not find somebody to run the race here, there was conversation that the park was
Yeah,
gonna
John
take over
Suffolk was
running
gonna do it.
the international part of it, but then it was decided that they weren't going to, and the International Marathon Committee has dissolved. And
But
my
the
understanding is
proceeds-
all that stuff went over to Campobello when they were thinking about having Campobello do it. I don't believe any of it is in the LCOC side anymore, all those rooms are something else now.
Well,
Okay,
Well,
but Dickie was saying that it's out of the sand and
I know,
gravel.
I have the
And
trailer
we
with
need to
all the
bring it back
barricades and I have
in.
cones in
Okay.
the building.
Okay,
I'm glad to hear that, and the reason why I asked about it is because at a previous meeting, you had an organization that's gonna have a street party, and I was thinking that for crowd control,
Yes,
and you haven't got the
Good
stop sign up
thinking.
yet on the corner, it might be a good thing to use that stuff
Yes.
if we have it, and I'm
Yes.
glad to hear that we have it,
Yes.
so.
So we have the
I have
gates
some
out
old
out
t-shirts
there.
if you're interested.
Do they fit me?
So you
Why
have
not?
those, stainless steel or whatever they
Yeah,
are.
whatever they are, there's a trailer up there with all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the stuff that was down
So it
there.
came, so it's over at Public Works?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
They haven't had an
I've been using the cones, so.
Okay. They're good stuff.
Any other comments, any other committee updates?
The old gravel pit behind the sea view. I'm glad to hear all of that's closed to climbing now, right, correct?
I believe it is.
Pirate Creek all the way across?
Yes, Pirate Creek, Mindy Place, I got the map, I didn't study it, but my main concern was Pirate Creek.
Because the reason why I was saying that now,
And
that
you can use the gate
we
again.
need to come up with a plan, now that we've got it to the point, we're gonna, everything is ready to be locked, every single one.
You've got two
Everything's done.
different locks there now, right?
But what we're going to do in the time being is we're gonna completely shut off the lower one. And anybody that wants to dump is gonna have to use the top one for the time being.
On camera.
And what we'll do, I'd like to see us try to do an alternating thing until we can come up with a plan how we're going to take care of the pushing off and who's using it, how they're using it, and everything else. But at least we're to that point now.
If I can respond. So, we have a Shellfish Committee meeting this Monday, and I'm going to express that condition of that down there, to the group. I want my clam diggers to have access, I want it to be on a trustworthy basis. If they mess it up, which I don't think there's a problem,
They're not.
okay.
But see, right now, I don't have the signs, proper signs that I want to do what we need to do in the long run, because today we went down there and we set 2 more posts down below,
Yeah.
and we rocked so that nobody can drive around it and whatnot.
Yeah.
But what I wanna do is I wanna get the proper signs to put up, because you know as well as I do, the minute I put the cable across that gate down there, and you're able to still drive down around to the beach, they're gonna dump everywhere as they can.
Oh, yeah.
Mike, it's May sixth,
And,
Monday's
So I
not
mean,
until
it's just
Monday.
a probably
It's a week
still.
from Monday.
Week from
Get it
now, I'm
done.
sorry,
So, if I wanna bring a truckload of brush down there, when can I do that?
Anytime.
Right now?
Yeah.
We'll have to get
Oh,
it-
cause I went by and I thought, I don't think I can get a
But
truck
see-
through here.
It's 20 feet wide. We
It
can
is?
get our
It's
truck
okay.
through there, you can get your vehicle through there.
On there.
The problem is they're dumping everything.
Yeah,
down
those
there.
pallets again there.
No, I
They
just have
don't
wood,
stop.
shrubs,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And I mean, and that's the problem. We've been here on TV.
Yeah.
We've been all over town. We are telling people what they can and can't dump down there, and you might as well talk to that.
Well,
Yeah, conditions
from
like that.
my understanding, what I remember is that in the dead of the night, people sneak down there and.
Oh, they do
what
it
they
during
do.
the day,
Yeah.
they don't,
Yeah.
So
And
the
we
plan is then to cable,
Across,
yeah,
to shut the whole entire lower end down.
okay, and then do we have to post that we have a camera, the town has a camera there? I have heard rumors that there needs to be notification that we are
You're
filming.
being you're under
Well,
surveillance,
yeah.
yes,
We
that's
can
fine.
do that anyway, because I need to pass it on risk,
Yeah,
because if somebody backs out over the bank, it's gonna be their fault, it's not gonna be our fault.
Smiley on camera.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's a good thought.
put under surveillance.
And you're always gonna get you jokers that kinda know you got cameras and they'll moon them.
Speaking
We'll
of
never do that.
signs, well, just because he said signs, it made me think of it. So there is that no stop sign down the library corner that has been mentioned, you know, so it's a missing stop sign.
I
Main,
was told it's Cohills.
oh,
We just
I was
fixed
told
it.
it's
No,
next.
no, it's between the library and the brewery. There's a stop sign that had been on the corner that was removed during the construction work on the library, never was replaced.
And there's also a sign by Kogo's that's missing.
And my
No,
only
that's-
other point.
That's back.
And my other point was that maybe we need to look at signs. I know like some of our no parking signs, you can't read them anymore, like maybe we just need to, if we're gonna order some signs, maybe there, besides that stop sign, there might be a few signs, you know,
Well,
they
they usually paint the no parking on the
no, I mean like,
pavement.
They
there's a
don't
couple
adhere
of,
to it
there's a
anyways.
couple of pole
Corner
signs,
Street, it's
like, you know, that
what's
appeal,
this?
I'm just,
All the handicap
where?
parking.
I can think about it now,
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, we can review
It
signs.
triggers a
Right,
thought for me,
yeah.
like on Main Street, coming down to Cohills in the tavern,
Yeah,
there's no parking, they just ignore it.
Yeah.
I mean, at that four-way
Right.
intersection that's dangerous,
Yeah.
they'll park right against the corner.
Oh, yeah.
They'll park right over the no parking.
Yeah,
I had,
and there's no
I
enforcement.
don't know I don't even know who owns the pub down there, I don't care.
Yeah.
But somebody thought that they could take their own pylons and set them out in the middle of the road in front of their business so nobody could pass.
Wow.
Silly
So-
person.
That disappeared. So if anybody wants to complain, I did it.
Yeah,
Because they're
no, I
not,
think it's
they're not doing that.
Well, was it a no parking section?
What's that?
Was it supposed to be no parking?
No. You can't go
Public
take,
parking.
you can't go take a cone and set it in front of your business on Water Street.
Public
You
parking.
think nobody's gonna pass
If
that?
it's public parking,
They
yeah.
were doing that for the purpose of handicap, they have a big aluminum
Right over the
ramp,
cone?
so that somebody
That's
can
what I do.
access the farm.
I think you're talking about a different place. You're talking about the brewery.
Yeah.
Right, the brewery came before the board and asked for permission to do that because they had a handicapped customer, and that was to get them
They had
from street
several.
level
Well-
into, or several, and get from street level into the building.
Well, the problem of it is,
I think it's something about Provo.
no, it's
Oh,
between
okay.
the old drugstore and the, where this place is now. It was in tall orange pylons. But I mean, there you go. You know, I'm in talks with somebody right now to get the new hot top painted for Pleasant Street and Water Street. But nobody pays attention to them because there's so many there's more handicap parking spots down there painted in the road than there is.
Everyone's
It's in front of the brewery.
There's no parking signs painted in the roads every 50 feet up and down the road there was. Well, I mean, nobody knows what to abide by and what not to. So I'm trying to actually get it so that when we do it, we're gonna do it one time, it's gonna be proper, it's gonna be the way it's supposed to be, and that's the way it's gonna go.
Do we have a sign behind the library saying that that's public parking?
Yes.
Very tiny
Right,
one.
but
Too
it's,
small.
I don't know if it's enough. Maybe
It's
we
not big
I
enough.
put
agree.
something down by the library with an arrow.
Big
Public
Yeah.
parking.
public parking.
Might help
And that's
downtown a
also
little.
shouldn't be overnight parking. So people,
Well,
It
there-
helps though
not
in the winter
worse in
season.
that building.
It does.
he doesn't own that parking lot.
No.
It does help
Yes.
when we have our off-street parking from November to April. I mean, it is a nuisance, but I'd rather see them there than on the
Well, that's
road.
true too, yeah, absolutely, because there's apartments on Water Street that are doing
Yeah.
Let's,
parking.
let's face it, in the wintertime, we don't have to worry about too many people parking in that lot anyway.
Right.
There's nobody around, so.
Okay,
All five of them downtown.
so Dickie, are you gonna just reconfigure parking on Water Street, is that what I hear you saying, and then what it is,
What, yeah,
So how
it's gonna be
many
one side,
disabled
it's gonna
spots
be, it's
should
still
we
gonna
be
only be
having
one
down
side of
there?
the street,
Yes.
like it has been. But we're actually going to put the proper parking stalls in on Water Street and Pleasant Street. So there was never any parking stalls on Pleasant Street, but when
Yeah,
we,
where is
I mean,
there
there's not
enough
even
room,
the path
where's there
to
enough
cars.
room to park on Pleasant Street?
from School Street to
Washington Street?
I mean, when we took that section out, we had a hot top right into the sidewalk.
Oh,
You
wow.
added-
Okay,
It used
yeah,
to be,
they
it
added
used
3
to be
feet.
from Main Hill to, School Street.
Yeah.
The street here.
Yeah.
All
I
behind,
mean,
like,
I
the front
think from
gate.
like School Street to Main Street, there's no spots for parking there. People that own the house can't even get their cars off the road.
And Dickie, you have to have those certain sizes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the state mandates that.
So but that was the purpose of reclaiming
Sidewalk.
what we did.
So it's not between Main and school, it's between school and Washington?
Yes.
Okay, where they park for the farmer's market and all?
Yeah.
You're gonna put,
A lot
okay,
wider.
yeah,
It's one side, so,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody was happy about me taking out 3 feet of grass between the
but now
sidewalk
we're
and the
gonna have
road.
cars.
So now you got at least a half a width of car that's gonna be parking where that grass was.
And how many disabled parking spots are we gonna have on Water Street if you're gonna redo this?
I don't know.
How
Well,
many-
Gale has about 3 in front of the,
Well, that's,
Is there a recommendation by,
ADA.
yeah, to,
I'm
how
sure
many
it's readily
per
available.
regular?
She will know. The one that I'm talking with, that does the striping will know what we gotta, because she's
it
talking
should
about.
be like for every 10
She's
spots,
talking
there's
about,
an 8 spot.
doing getting our crosswalks in the proper width and design.
Somebody from the DOT's helping you?
Yeah, well, DOT and a person that does this for a living.
Well, and for these spots, wouldn't there need to be a dip in the sidewalk as well?
Well, that's what I would
Only
think.
because
If
that would be the next thing, is you're gonna have to cut into the sidewalk
You're
and
in.
have the ramp.
the ends of your sidewalks are supposed to be like
Well,
that.
unfortunately,
For a
there's no
crosswalk.
room for a ramp.
You know,
But-
so I mean, that's gonna be your next issue, is to be able
I
to
mean,
get
we've
that
already got,
wheelchair
in my
into the
mind,
ramp.
my opinion, there's already so much stuff on the sidewalks that shouldn't be on the sidewalks. They never used to be there
Like,
during
for
the 50
example,
years that I've been
for
here.
example,
Wooden steps,
Oh, yeah.
flower pots, and baskets, and you name it.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
that's get put in trash.
You can't walk down the sidewalks.
They want
The
to-
well, that's
sidewalk-
what they're walking in the
The
road.
sidewalk is barely wide enough now on Water Street for one person to walk down it.
I mean, they used to give poor Ralphie a hard time throwing his mattress out there.
Listen, that was the best thing down there on Front Street, was
I
Ralphie's
know.
little
I mean,
condo.
come on.
I love that. I miss that.
So that's out the road now, it's on the range.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
but
God.
you remember when,
Yeah,
you never knew what you were gonna see down there.
Oh, yeah.
Did he used to live on?
He's out on County Road now, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
You missed the bright air of Lubec.
He has the most interesting little trailer out there.
My God.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, without any other comments,
Haven't we had enough?
I think it's pretty good. We might be changing into the Gong Show now.
Yes.
That's what we used to call it years ago.
That's
I
right.
know.
Yeah.
Entertaining a motion to adjourn.
So,
All in favor?
I wanna stay.
No special meetings tonight. Jason, you need to request executive personnel. You seem to have taken all the boxes thoroughly.
I don't know, I think there was like a crawl station. Trying to, yeah. Trying to get right.
Brought it up to public. She can get that. But, why wasn't he here?